I wanted to bring up, because the biggest thing, as there's no games this week,
Right.
the biggest thing that's probably going on in the football world is everybody's fantasy football drafts.
Yeah. So that's now.
It's like, yeah, there's like most people have their drafts between right now and, obviously before next Thursday's game between the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Which kicks off the season. And I know you have strong thoughts on this.
Yeah, I'll start with this. The good thing of fantasy football is it helps promote the game, which I'm all for, and it helps everybody involved in the NFL if you're playing fantasy football. So that's a good thing. There's obviously a revenue component that's great and gets people watching the games. But that being said, I do think it promotes bad football watching. So someone who has, one catch for 6 yards, doesn't necessarily mean that they had a bad game, in my opinion. Maybe some fantasy people would disagree, but I think that's where you got to go to the tape and understand what the coach is asking guys to do, what maybe the game plan was for that week, and all those things can dictate, your targets for that week or whatever it may be. But so I just think it promotes bad football watching at times, and I would implore people to go beyond just the fantasy points to determine whether or not somebody had a good outing out there on a Sunday.
Yeah, you were saying like 2 of your highest graded games.
Yeah, have been games
in which you had basically no stats.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, look, and I've had games where, like New Orleans last year, I had 2 touchdowns, and I think Arizona I had over 100 yards. Like, yeah, I've had games where I've graded high, and I've also put up good yards as well. But no, I've had some of my best graded games from between my coach and myself have been like the Raiders game last year. I played really well in, where we ran the ball really well, and that was a really good outing. I think that was that Tyson's first start? I can't remember.
Yes.
But yeah, we got the win that day. But yeah, there's games like that happen all the time where guys play a really good game, and maybe they don't put up the stats that you're expecting. But yeah, that all I'm saying with the fantasy is just because a guy had 1 or 2 points for the week doesn't mean he had a bad game. But that being said, keep signing up for fantasy football, do your thing, and keep the money flowing there.
Well, I think you should get fantasy points for having the key block on a touchdown run.
Yeah, I guess, though, how would you quantify that?
I have no idea.
You know what I mean? I love that.
Like,
idea.
Incorporate, like, I don't know. You get like a PFF bonus score.
Oh,
like
nice. Yes, now PFF, the PFF's the standard.
And you get like a bonus at the end of the week. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that could be cool. You could do like a fantasy league of PFF points. I don't know how that would work. How guys grade out. I don't know.